Hello lovelies and welcome to my channel. So today I have a 12 by 12 process video for you. Now this is a layout I did in two different settings. I started my background earlier in the month when I got my Kitaholic kit for June. June, yes? No, May. May was my May Kitaholics kit. And in the mixed media kit we got the fabulous distress oxides, and I spent an entire day playing with them, and I made multiple backgrounds, and this happened to be one of those backgrounds that I made. It then sat in my craft room for about 3 weeks, and I didn't finish it until last night. So yeah, that's where I'm starting. So I've left in where I'm using my heat gun, because a vital part of using these oxide inks is if you want that oxide reaction, you need to add water. So what I'm doing is, as you can see, I'm using my craft sheet, I'm putting it down, and then I'm smushing the paper into the ink that I have on my craft sheet, and it's giving me these awesome patterns. But the white that you see is when you add water to it. So when you add water, it basically gives it an oxide effect, hence the name oxide. And yeah, so that's what when I did my background. And last night I thought I really want to use up some more of this kit. Now this was the May kit from Kitaholic Kits. If you haven't watched my videos before, I'm on the design team, and I put the kit out in my tub and I sit it next to my desk, and I try and use it as much as possible. I don't use it nearly enough. And before I cracked into my June kit, which is amazing, I might add, I wanted to get a few more layouts done with the May kits. So I remembered I had this background, and I went and picked out a few pieces that I thought would go, because this was a very I suppose you could say it was a feminine based kit, and as you know, I've got boys and I do lots of masculine layouts, so I really wanted to see what I could do with this kit, and I was quite surprised actually, considering you'd probably assume it was a female based kit. I love this layout, and it's very masculine. As you can see, it's blue and green, and that was the distress oxides. And yeah, the bits and pieces that I've pulled out from the kit, I've got some stars, I've got all the wood veneer. I was able to do a really nice, a perfectly my style masculine layout. I've just started by matting my photo on some white paper, just to give it a background and a matte to pop off of that mixed media background. I did want it to come out a bit. I'm pretty sure I do mount it on some foam before I stick it down. And in our kits we always get awesome printables that one of our other design team members designs. So I've cut out a few of those as well, and that's where that documented has come from. So yep, here I am just matting it on some foam just to give it some dimension, to stand out off that background a bit more. And now this is where I'm going to go and start embellishing. Now we got a lot of wood veneer. Funnily enough, nowhere near as much as wood veneer as we got in this month's kit. Wait till you see this month's kit, it's fantastic. I will link in the comments, yes, in the description below, I will link to the Kitaholic Facebook page. So if you're interested, it's an Aussie kit club. They do 4 kits every month: mixed media, project life, embellishment, and a main kit. I get all 4, and yeah, I put them all together and create my layout. So I can't exactly tell you where most of these pieces came from, just that they were in the May kits. These resin stars were the perfect touch, and the colours were perfect for the background I made. Now when I made this background, I didn't have embellishments or anything in mind. I was simply playing with the products that I got. Whenever I get my mixed media kit, I tend to play with it first and play with the products and see what I can do with them, and then put my projects together. I actually did an entire video for one of my design team projects. I did an entire video just playing with the distress inks. So if you're interested in seeing that, head on over to the Kitaholics YouTube channel, and the video is linked there. But yes, I'm just wanted to play with the pieces that I had out, so I'm sticking the stars down. I haven't checked it out. I hope they stuck. They are a resin, and I wasn't really thinking when I put them down, so I'm not really focused on where my clusters are going to be. I'm just going to do some clusters of wood veneer and bits and pieces around these stars, and I really like how it turned out. I do love this layout. This picture is of my youngest when we went to SeaWorld. Now, he loves sharks. He's obsessed with sharks. So, of course, he loves Sharknado. Yes, great parenting there, isn't it? And Finn Shepherd is his idol. And if you've seen Sharknado, and if you haven't, I'm sorry, we can't be friends anymore. I love Sharknado. I love B-grade movies. I love B-grade shark movies the most. So Sharknado is the best. We love it. And Finn Shepherd is the hero in Sharknado, and he wears a shark tooth necklace. So of course Will wanted to get one just like his idol Finn Shepherd. And when we went to SeaWorld, not only did we find this awesome shark hat, but we found a fantastic shark tooth necklace, which is what he's wearing in this photo. So after he got his hat and his necklace, we took a really cool picture, and this is what came out. And I love this photo. I've had this photo printed for ages, and I just wanted to make the perfect layout for it. Do you ever find that you get a photo you love so much you're scared to scrap it because you're worried you won't do it justice? That was me with this photo. I was really worried that it wouldn't be the layout that I wanted for this photo because I adore this photo. Like I mentioned before, I'm just turning these little stars into clusters around my title, and I'm going to add some journaling. Pretty much the story I just told you about the shark tooth necklace and, yeah, how he wants to be just like Finn Shepherd. And yeah, I really went overboard with the stars, but I love stars, and there were so many in the wood veneer that I couldn't help it. So I'm just adding some clusters. Now my title is going to be the hashtag cool. Now this was in the wood veneer as well, custom designed for the kits, and it was perfect for this photo. So I used that. Now I've put it on top of my photo hanging off, so I mounted half of the wood veneer on foam so it was in line with the photo. And that's going to be my title. So I'm just journaling now, and I like to journal. I'm trying to journal more. I don't journal nearly enough. And by doing that, what I try to do is I draw some lines and fill in my journaling. Or I cut out paper strips and then glue them down. But in this case, I've just drawn some random lines, and I'm adding my journaling of the story of the necklace and the awesome hat. Don't you love the hat? It's fabulous. We saw this and we couldn't not get it. It's just perfect. So I'm just finishing up my journaling, and then I'm going to try and add some more wood veneer stars. Yes, I told you I overdo it with the stars. But I just wanted, because there was no other embellishing on this layout, obviously I wanted to focus on the background being the main embellishment basically. I had a lot of fun making this background. And yeah, so there wasn't a lot of embellishing, so I wanted to just add a few more stars and try and get a bit of a flow happening so it doesn't look like my stars are just randomly stuck. And by doing including them in my around my journaling area, I thought that helped it all flow together better. And then of course adding a hand-drawn border, because I can't do a mixed media background or a white base layout without adding my border. And I also feel it sort of gives it like an extra embellishment quality, especially on white backgrounds, mixed media layouts, and my grungy boy layouts that I love to do. I just feel I always love to add them. And I do like to add some squiggly lines every now and then, just to give the border a little something more. So once I'm done with this, I'm going to add some more bling, because you can never have enough bling. I do try the enamel dots, but I just feel they're too big for my little star clusters. So that's why I thought the bling would be the perfect size. And then to finish off the layout, I am going to add the date. I've been trying to remember to add the date more often, because what generally happens is I'll print off a photo I love and it's completely out of order from the rest of my album, considering my album's back in February. Yes, I know I'm behind. I'm catching up. But like this photo, this was from March, and I'm only up to January in my project life, but I love this photo so much I printed it out. Thankfully, I wrote the date on the back of the photo, otherwise I would have had to comb through my photos and try and find this day to get the date. So I'm trying to remember to put the date on the layout, so when I get back through my album and put everything in chronological order, I don't have to go through my computer and try and figure out where this fits in. So yes, and also it's good for memory keeping as well. Try and remember to add your date, people. I've forgotten a lot. So that's it from me for the layout. I hope you've enjoyed my video. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back real soon with more. Bye.